Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. This card has been out since the launch of the game, and it's only taken me, 3 months to get it done. It is, of course, the Leroy Sane player review. I packed him ages ago, and I've been using him, on and off. He made my first team for, I would say, 2 weeks, and then he kind of just fell away again, and now he's back on the bench. But to say that I don't enjoy him would be an understatement. He is definitely one of those cards that you think, right, well, I want to upgrade him over time. But I packed him untradeable, and I thought, right, well, I can't, I'll try and fit him into the team, but there were a few other reasons why I didn't really want him in there. One of which is a 3-star weak foot, which we'll talk more about when we get into it. 4-star skills in there, high, medium, 6 foot. His stats are pretty good. I mean, I've got a sniper chem style on him, so we'll go through the stats and why the sniper chem style. 93 acceleration, 96 sprint speed, so very, very fast as you would expect. 96 finishing, which is very, very good. 89 attack positioning, 95 volleys, not that you really ever use those apart from objective-based things. Penalties are doing quite well there as well. Haven't touched his passing, which, given the position that I started playing him in toward the back end of his starting 11 reign, maybe I should have improved the passing more than I should have been focused on the finishing, but I'll get to that. And then, of course, we've boosted his dribbling across the board. That's exactly what the sniper is built for. It's to give a composure boost. It's one of only 2 chem styles that do that, as well as the reactions as well. So both up by 5. Dribbling's up by 10, as well as the agility, which I thought was quite important. And, of course, his ball control goes up by 5, as well as his balance. So, overall, it's a nice upgrade. It's a 90 rated card now, left wing, points per position, which makes it far more usable, and just on paper in general just looks a lot better. Now, that's the way the team was set up. It's not anymore. I say that wasn't Özil, that was Lacazette, but I've since sold Lacazette, so I've just stuck Özil in there for full chem, but it's essentially the same thing. So that's the way that it lined up, and in game we would switch into a 4-1-2-2, and I was actually using Sane as a right striker, or a left striker I should say, because I found that a lot easier to score because he's left-footed. After a while he started to get on my nerves because I kind of felt like I needed just 2 4-star weak foot strikers, because he kept finding himself on the weaker foot, and I kept missing chances that I thought I should be scoring, and I blamed Sane's weak foot, so I moved him into the midfield as a centre mid in a 4-1-2-2. Now, my centre mids in my 4-1-2-2 do tend to get forward quite a lot, and he was quite good from that position. So you can see, I would say just under half of those are substitute appearances. So, take 20 off them for argument's sake, and then you're looking at someone with 77 goal contributions in 60-odd games, maybe even 50 starts. That is fantastic. Even 77 goal contributions in 80 games, considering, the substitute appearances, the fact that I've not really played him in position once, he does have a 3-star weak foot, that's not bad at all. For all the positives, such as the pace, I mean, the pace is absolutely electric, right? He's so fast and very, very good when bursting into the box for a fake shot or something of that nature. I mean, you can't really... if you've got it, you've got it. Players like Insigne and Mertens, they're very, very good at doing that sort of thing. You play the ball into feet, they do a little fake shot, and then that sort of turn of pace bursts them into the area, and they're away. And Sane has that, and Giovinco, the like, have that as well. You can't, chem styles don't really improve that sort of thing. Either you've got it or you don't. Now, Sane's positioning is very good. He's got 89 with a chem style. So you'll find that if you do play him in a more sort of advanced position, and in the final third in an attacking role, he will often find himself in good positions to do things like that. Now, unfortunately, like that, he should have scored and he didn't. Why didn't he score? Is it because he was outstretched and he was off balance or something? No, it's because of his right foot. He hit that shot with his right foot. if he was right-footed, he would have scored. He's had to let that go across his body to hit it with his left. He does score the odd goal with the right foot, so it's not like I'm saying, oh, it's completely unusable, and if you take a shot with the right foot, you're going to hit the bloke in row Z, and all hell's going to break loose. It's not that bad, but it does get to a point where as soon as you find yourself on the right foot, you're like, oh, right, now I need to try and shift this because I'm gonna miss. It's gonna cause me problems. The patch has obviously caused problems for a few people. A lot of people say now that they can't finish, whereas they could before, and that might have a determining factor on Sane's weak foot. Actually, I've not really used him much since the patch because I actually switched my team in and around the patch, but I'd just take that into consideration if I were you. Any more negatives to speak of? Not really, to be fair, and that's what's so frustrating about this, because I'd love to sit here and say that Sane is one of the best cards I've used, but there was something about him that I just couldn't quite put my finger on, despite the fact that he was so heavily involved through Weekend League with goals scored and goals assisted. He was very, very influential. I can't quite put my finger on why I don't love him. I think he's good. I do like him, but I don't love him, and I don't know why that is. Maybe the sniper chem style might not be the way forward given his position change for me. Obviously, I've moved in more of a centre mid. It doesn't suit the centre mid role necessarily, but in my team, I tend to use players who aren't really centre mids as centre mids because they tend to get forward much better, and I'd rather just try and outscore my opponent. The dribbling is phenomenal. You can just left stick ram people for days, and as long as you've got nice smooth gameplay and you're not hindered by lag, you can definitely run rings around people. The shot power is very, very good. If you get in front of goal, just leather it towards the near post, and generally speaking you should be fine. His long shots aren't great, which is not something I've written down as a negative, but it's just something to take into consideration, really. Long shots can be improved with a chem style, and if you plan on using him not as a striker, but more of maybe even a left wing or a cam or a centre mid or something, maybe improving the long shots could be something you look into. The strength is also something very questionable. 70 strength isn't great, so again, something you might want to look into. Not something that I really found to be that much of a problem, though. To end things off, I'm going to blow your mind. We're going to look at a comparison here between Sane, the player we're reviewing, and Mawalida, the left wing from Nice, that is, of course, a League SBC reward, which many people said was a joke. You know, him and, I think, is it Delane, the left back, who, by the way, is not as bad as people make out, but this left wing, people were like, oh, well, I just don't care about him. If you look at Sane, you're like, oh, yeah, I actually really like that card. Yes, good card. I can't wait to upgrade to it in my team. Oh, do you want this French card instead? No, because he's trash. Look at them in-game stats-wise, right? Now, total in-game stats, Sane absolutely rinses Mawalida. 2,131 stats compared to 2,042 in favour of Sane. So instantly you're thinking, oh, Sane's going to take this. He's going to absolutely obliterate him. Keep watching, right? So acceleration, yeah, he wins. Sprint speed, yeah, he wins. But not by an awful lot, right? Not so much that you're really going to notice that much. We're going to move on. So finishing and positioning both go to Mawalida, right? And then you've got shot power in favour of Sane, long shots in favour of Sane, not that they're very good anyway for either player. Volleys, no one cares about, and then penalties, again, no one really cares about. So there, it's kind of like tit for tat, really. It depends what you prefer. Would you prefer slightly better positioning and better finishing, or would you prefer slightly better shot power and slightly better, but still worse, but still not still worse, but still bad long shots? I'm not sure. I think honestly, I'm not just saying it, but I think I would take Mawalida at this point. Moving on to the passing. Again, the two key stats here, short passing and vision, both go to the French League player. 85 for each of them compared to 82 vision and 80 short passing of Sane. Moving on to, and he wins in long passing as well if you are concerned, interested. That's the word I was looking for. Let's move on to dribbling. This is a key stat that I genuinely thought that Sane would win. Well, he doesn't beat him for agility, and that makes up for the pace deficit. because obviously the higher the agility you have, the quicker the player feels. And because he has 91 to 86 and he also has 88 balance compared to 80 of Sane, that will make up for the lack of pace. Not lack of, but the slight sort of differential between the two. Reactions does go to Sane, so, you know, hands up, he wins that. But he draws or loses everything else. Ball control, both 85. Dribbling, 90 in favour of Moalida. Composure, 82, albeit by 2 points, but still in favour of the League SBC card. Defending no one cares about, but still the only stat that really does matter for an attacking player, which is heading, goes to the League SBC card himself as well. And then the physical stats. Now, granted, there is a 6-point difference in stamina in favour of Sane, but I don't think it matters too much, to be fair. I mean, I would prefer 78 stamina, I really would, but I'm not that bothered. And strength, if you're interested, not that I am because it's still trash, does go to Moalida. So, despite the fact that at the very beginning of this, we saw 2,131 in-game stats to Sane compared to the 2,042 of Moalida, actually, the League SBC card is better. Who'd have thought it? And I think it is. On paper, at least. Whether it plays that way, I don't know, because I haven't used it. But I've used Sane, and I know he's good. But if I was given the choice between the two on paper, I know which one I would choose. So despite the fact that I'm saying Sane's good and this is a Sane player review, don't ever judge a card by the face stats. You need to look at the in-games, because that card is a bit of a surprise. And it even gives a Sane that is nearly 200,000 coins a run for his money. Now this card, you could argue, is 200k as well. But the whole League SBC is meant to be done as a grind, and you get packs along the way as well, so who knows, you might actually pack something decent along the way in order to get him. But either way, that's a great little comparison, and I'm glad I've done it. If you've enjoyed this video, do me a favour and hit that like button. Let me know what you think of this in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index, the game changed. Download the app now.